What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Frankiehardworkshow. I'm super duper back with another one. So, I found something very interesting in this case that I didn't know about. I don't know if other people know about it, but I wanted to speak on it because this is an angle that this is one of the angles that they decided to take about the situation. They actually did speak about this, but it wasn't mentioned a lot. I don't even think people mentioned it. So let me read this to you real quick, right? Because they basically trying to state some things about whether or not, the other people that he shot, whether it was intentional or not. So let me read this quick thing to you real quick, right? So, quote, Mr. Eric Holder should not have been charged with first degree premeditated deliberate murder in the unfortunate death of Mr. Ashadome, Mr. Jansen wrote. Similarly, Mr. Jansen added he should not have been charged with first degree attempted murders of Mr. Lathan and Mr. Villanueva. Mr. Holder Jr. did not know either man, had no beef with them, and certainly did not have the intent to kill him. Now, this is the part I found very interesting that I'm about to read to you real quick because, like I said, I didn't know that this actually happened. So the lawyer also said the lawyer has alluded to Mr. Holder's struggles with mental health, noting that the defendant was high on the dosage of medication and had been treated with electroshock therapy as a last resort to help him. Whether Mr. Holder will testify, the lawyer said, is the client's decision. He faces life in prison. So now, like I said, I never knew that they brought that up in the case before about his mental health and things. I knew about his mental health, but I didn't know that he actually had electroshock therapy. Now, before, see, they made it a little bit different before because, when they spoke about it before, they added a little bit more sauce to it. So let me read this to you from a Rolling Stones article 3 years ago that they actually spoke on. So he said that ultimately in his decision, Jansen told Rolling Stone he was under a lot of emotional duress that day. He was very close to his mother, who had recently passed away a few months before. He also had substantial mental health history predating all of this, and he was getting treatment, and all of his medication dosage was high. He even was subjected to electroshock therapy as a last resort to help him. Yeah, I'm back. So that was very interesting right there. I don't think I ever heard them saying that leading to the days up to the shooting that allegedly he had got electric shock therapy. Now, we all know what electric shock therapy is, but if we don't, let's find out the definition right now. So it's actually called electroconvulsive therapy. Convulsive therapy. So electroconvulsive therapy is a psychiatric treatment where a generalized seizure is electrically induced to manage refractory mental disorders. Okay? So now they're going to try to use that as kind of a defense. But what I'm hearing so far that they're not even pleading insanity. They're not pleading insanity. They still pleading just not guilty. Now, I wanted to read something more in this because I found something else interesting about the advantages. Because I know some people are like, well, how the hell are some advantages? It's actually people out here that actually does this on their own. That actually go to a doctor because they want to refresh their brains and things of that nature. They want to forget a lot of things, right? So I wanted to read about the advantages and disadvantages, right? The pros and the cons, right? So ECT, that's the that's electroconvulsive therapy, which is electric shock therapy. So it says, first and foremost, the treatment requires sedation, making recovery complex and much longer, right? Second, ECT has a higher chance to cause serious side effects for some individual, including memory loss, which can deter potential patients. Okay. So now, listen to that direction when listen to them the definition of the actual what convulsive or what electric shock therapy is. They're gonna try to tie that together, right? Side effects, right? It makes what they say gives you memory loss. It gives you crazy side effects, serious side effects. They're gonna try to use that, but then, like I said, that's not gonna work, and I'm gonna tell you why that's not gonna work. Because where did they find him at when he decided to turn himself in? Put in the comments, but I'm going to say it anyway. The hospital. Remember, when they found him, he was at the hospital when he turned himself in, or found him or whatever. He was at the hospital. The question is, what was he doing at the hospital? Was he trying to come up with some type of not evidence, but some type of something to make him look like he was trying to, a cover up pretty much, to make it look like it was a mental issue going on, this and that again? So I want to know how long he was at the hospital and what actually happened at the hospital as well. Because if you were smart enough to go to the hospital and try to cover it up, then you already know right there that you're not looked at as a mental patient. You're not looked at as that. Because you can decide the wrong and right in different situations. You can decide what to do and what not to do, right? 2, from what I'm hearing, they also trying to say that, if you can remember when they were saying that Nipsey Hussle said, hey, there's some paperwork out there on you, right? They're trying to also say that actually made him lose his mind right there, and they're trying to call it a crime of passion. How they trying to call it? I didn't know a crime of passion could be between 2 people that's not even like doing anything together. I guess a crime of passion can mean anything, right? So mean anything far as anger from a person that you know or affiliated with or something like that. Now they trying to say that, as they actually trying to use this allegedly, that being that he called him a snitch, it immediately made him lose his mind. He didn't know what he was doing. He just went back and did what he did. No retaliation. I mean, no, this wasn't premeditated or nothing like that, because that's the whole point. Like he know, and everybody know that he did it. It's on camera. You see it. Even though some of the visions is blurred and this and that, it's actually people testifying, if I'm not mistaken. But he don't want to get the chair. He don't want to get life. That's what it is. He just don't want to get life or nothing like that. He want to get that charge dropped. He don't want the premeditation thing, because if you get premeditation, that's automatic life. So I wanted to speak on that because I did not know that he actually had electroshock therapy. Do you think that might change the game for his defense, or no? Like I said, I don't really think so. But you cannot lie that this goddamn public defender is really trying to work hard. But my also question is too, though, why are they not pleading insanity? If they're gonna go use that, why they're not pleading insanity? Right? So it must be some type of imbalance between them or something like that. Because if you're gonna go for that, you gotta plead insanity. You can't plead not guilty. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. This is very interesting that he had electroshock therapy. I'm not saying I explain everything, but it's very interesting. But it's your boy Frankie Hard Work. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Follow me on Frankie Hard Work 1. Easy.